Hello again. Welcome to another episode of Purpose Driven, where I, the middle child, drive with a purpose. The concept of ghosting or cutting people off. Let me start by saying my circle is very small. I have very few people that I really trust with very important things like my children, finance, etc. Very few people. I believe it is important when you're progressing through life, there are going to be people that don't progress with you. That's natural. That's what happens. And you as an individual, you're going to have to learn how to cut these people off. You don't have to do it intentionally. I mean, most of the time, at least for me, it kind of happens just naturally. It's just one of those things where it just kind of naturally happens. We just stop talking and that's it. But when it comes to, let's say if there's someone and they're constantly trying to consistently stay with you, but they're not progressing with you, you're going to have to distance yourself from them. You can do it politely. You don't have to rub people the wrong way. It's just one of those things where it's like, hey, I'm so sorry, I'm just busy, and eventually, things just drift apart naturally. Because if you are progressing and doing things naturally, they won't be in the same places or areas or state of mind you are anyway. So you kind of naturally just drift away. You don't have to be like I said, you don't have to be abrasive and just be like, hey, I can't chill with you. I ain't rocking with you. Now there are some cases where that is prevalent. There are some individuals where they just won't get it, and you're just gonna be like, hey, I can't. I gotta distance myself. Because there are some people, they will try to attach themselves to you. They will intentionally, they know that they're probably at risk of being cut off, and they will intentionally try to consistently stay, relevant in your life. Some individuals like this might be like former exes. Say you broke up with someone, you were in a much better position than they are, because, if I'm just being honest, they were probably the reason y'all broke up. So you're doing better. And then they see you doing better, and they notice, oh crap, I'm not doing better. So, Kevin Samuels, shout out to Kevin Samuels, he touched on the concept that a lot of us know, which is that, hey, big head text. your former ex hits you up. This has only happened to me, I didn't date too many women, so this only happened to me like once. Once, maybe. No, I want to say probably once. And let's just be real, I'm like kind of awkward because it's like you have no interest whatsoever. The first thing pops in my mind is like, okay, why are you contacting me? Like, we ain't cool like that. Like, we broke up for a reason. Like, we on two different paths now. Like, we tried it, we gave it a shot, it's no longer working. Now that's not to say that me and my exes have a bad relationship. No, it's just, we have a reasonable relationship. But when I say a hey big head text, I mean like they trying to meet up, they trying to get together, they trying to like I'm in a full-blown relationship, and they trying to be like, oh, hey, what you up to, like what you doing? And I'm just like out of nowhere, like we haven't been talking like that for like the past few months or years, and it's just like you just like they just trying to pick up the conversation like out of nowhere, like, oh hey, what's up? Like, no. I'm sorry, what I'm saying? Like, why are you hitting me up on my current girl? She ain't, nah, nope. Not even. I'm not even going to entertain that. Back to the original point, there are people where they will try to it's kind of like a parasite or a leech. They'll try to attach themselves to you when they know, to make it harder for you to brush them off. Because people, to some extent, some people know people. A lot of people struggle with being disagreeable nowadays. Especially because of society. Especially harder for women, because naturally women are more agreeable than men are. But even today, you have men being raised to try to be like women. So inherently now men are starting to become more agreeable. And people know, like, they will stay in your life as long as possible until you literally have to be like, hey, I'm not cool with you no more. Like, no. Like, no more. This is it. Because they know, to a certain extent, a lot of people don't like being disagreeable. A lot of people don't like being seen as being mean or something like that. Because if I'm just being honest, that is it's a social benefit for creatures, to want to be seen in a good light. Like, you don't want to be seen as being mean or angry. That's why, like, when you're around people and that one person comes up that you know y'all got beef or y'all got problems and y'all ain't cool with one another, but y'all act cool when y'all around other people, it's because neither of you want to be seen as being negative or seen as being, mean, because as social creatures as we are, people will take that as like, oh, you're mean to him, therefore you might be mean to me in the same way. And because we're group oriented, we don't want people don't want people in their group that they assume are going to be mean or treat them the same way they see them treat someone else. That's why when people do this messed up stuff where they screw over people, they don't realize, like, and they just don't care. Some people just don't care. Like, when you screw over somebody, it can come back to bite you big time. And some people just don't know it, because it's like, who do you think's gonna find out about that? Like, it's gonna get out. And once people figure out, oh, you did that, what? Because it's natural. Us as humans, that's natural. We don't want people in our circle that have the record or history of doing that, because it shows that's just the type of person you are. If you did it to them, you'll do it to me. There is a reason why these people, they'll continue to try to be in your circle. They'll try to push the boundaries because they know you don't want to a certain extent. And they'll try to create these situations. Like, they might come over your place, but they'll never come over alone. They'll come over with a friend or somebody else, or they'll only come over when there's other people around. So they can still kind of try to build that bond with you, but at the same time have that cushion where it's like, okay, don't be mean to me because they're here or somebody else is here. And I've seen this play out, especially like, family get-togethers when two family members don't like each other, and they just, it's. I think everybody has seen or have to dealt with that, or had to deal with that, or don't put them in the same room by themselves. Like, it's natural, but you have to be able to just distance yourself, because when they try to come up, be like, nah, I'm good. Hey, sorry, no, nope. Nope. I'm sorry. Let me politely decline. You can still be not polite and say no. Because if you don't cut these people off, they will spoil everything. They have the potential to spoil everything. I personally had a situation like this, and I didn't know this person was rotten. I was in a situation in college, young. I think I just turned 18, because I was 17 when I got to college. Met one of the dudes that I actually went to high school with, and how you just dap up people that you like. Oh, hey, we went to the same high school. Yeah, I mean, we knew each other, but we didn't know each other like that. So he was all right. And then like at the time, like I said, I was still actively dating. I was a young man in college. I had just got my jobs, plural jobs. So I already got my jobs. I had everything planned out. In my free time, I do what a lot of young men did, which was talk to young ladies. And like I said, I was dating with a purpose. I was looking for, a black woman. Now, it just so happened I ran across two lovely young ladies, one of whom I was in process of vetting. And had what happened not happened, she might have actually turned out to be my wife. But, well, I'll explain in due time. Till next time.